Welcome to the Royal Calcutta Turf Club Calcutta Races, second day of the Christmas meeting, Thursday 8 December 2022. The first race of the afternoon is the Moon Forest Handicap. For horses rated 41 to 66, rated 21 to 46, eligible to be ridden by jockeys of international ID to be run over a distance of 1400 meters. The first runner we are looking at is Exotic, ridden by P. Tejeshwar. Exotic in race number 4 was a little slowly out of the gates. This was over 1400 meters, was in third position as they turned for home, tried to take the inside passage and make a forward move but eventually fell short and finished on fourth. Of 7 runners, the winner here was Queenstown, who won that race by 3 parts of a length. Number 2 is Blue Origin, ridden by H. Rahul. Blue Origin in race number 15, where it went over 1400 meters, was in front as they entered the home straight. Then when asked for an effort, didn't have much to offer and eventually fell back and finished on 6th of 6 runners. The winner here was Dream Chaser, who won that race in a very close finish by a short head. Next up we got number 4, Dubai Dunes. This one we are looking at is its the second start in this season in race number 18, where it was installed the favourite, was a little slowly out of the gates, then made up that ground and was absolutely cantering towards the inside, but then ran out of gas and eventually finished on second from stablemate Properly Posh. Number 5 is Adonica. Adonica has already had a couple of starts. First up, it finished on 8th in race number 39 over 1100 meters behind full volume. In its last start, Adonica went over 1400 meters in race number 44, took the turn in 5th spot, made up some ground down the center and eventually came out and finished on 3rd. Of 7 runners, the winner here was Silver Rita. Moving on to the second race of the afternoon, the Alaskan Handicap, for horses rated 1 to 26 to be run over a distance of 1200 meters. First runner we're looking at is number 1, Copper. Copper ridden by Prati Singh, who takes 4 kilos off. This one we are looking at is from the previous season in race number 74, where it went over 1200 meters. It was travelling in 11th spot, made up a placing and eventually finished on 10th of 12 runners. It was observed after the race that Copper was trotting lame. Number 2 is Jugaad. Jugaad has had 3 starts in the monsoon season. This is its last start, where in race number 40 it went over 1200 meters. It was a little slow out of the gates, took the turn in 9th spot, made up a placing and eventually finished on 8th of 9 runners. The winner here was Devyuska, today ridden by Afzal Khan. Number 4 is Swift Lady, ridden by Arman Khan, has had 3 starts in the monsoon season. First up, it finished on 4th in race number 7 behind Light in the Sky. Again, then went over 1100 meters and finished on 2nd behind Light in the Sky. In its last start in race number 33, it went over 1400 meters, took the turn in 4th spot when asked for an effort, ran out of gas and finished on 7th of 7 runners. The winner here was Randolph. Number 5 is Indian Star. Indian Star's run we are looking at is from the monsoon season, where it had 4 starts, was unplaced in each of his 4 starts. In his last start, it was slow out of the gates, took the turn in last spot, then under the jockey's urging, made up a placing and eventually finished on 7th of 8 runners. The winner here was Jinsuku, who got that race by 3 parts of a length. Couple of runners we're looking at. Number 6, Misty Grey. Number 9, Salvador. Misty Grey in race number 1, the opening race of the season, was in 5th spot as they took the turn, asked for an effort but didn't have much acceleration, finished on 5th. We had number 9, Salvador, who took the turn in 6th spot, made up some late gains on the outside and eventually came out and finished on 3rd. The winner here was Compliance. Number 10 is Tahoe. Tahoe had 1 start in this season in race number 19, where it went over 1100 meters, was in third spot as they took the turn, then was challenging the early leaders, but eventually had to settle for third spot behind Nandini Spet, who won that race by almost 3 lengths. We move on to the third race of the afternoon, the Scarlet Prince Handicap for horses rated 21 to 46, 1 to 26, eligible to be ridden by jockeys of Indian nationality, to be run over a distance of 1600 meters. First up, we got number 1, Magneto. Magneto had a win in the monsoon season in race number 53, where it got the measure of Tahoe in its first start in this season. In race number 12, went over 1400 meters. Was in second last spot as they entered the home straight, made up some lead grounds on the wide outside, and finished in the money. Finished on second behind Monteverdi, who since then has run second in the Colts in the 2000 Guineas. Number 2 is Randolph. Randolph, after winning in race number 33 in the monsoon season, its last start of the monsoon season was in race number 54 over 1800 meters, where it took the turn in fourth spot, made some gradual improvement down the center, and eventually finished on third. The winner here was Rimmel, and Randolph today ridden by Hindu Singh. Couple of runners we're looking at: number 3 Sunshine Prince and number 5 Odin. Sunshine Prince in race number 3 was in 6th spot as they entered the home straight. It was a little slow to begin first up, and then did not accelerate further and finished on 6th of 8 runners. Number 5 was Odin, who was in 5th spot and stayed on in 5th. And Sunshine Prince today ridden by Sujit Kumar Paswan, and Odin is ridden by P. Trevor. Number 4 is Roka. Roka, after finishing on second behind Harvest Time in its last start, Roka went over 2000 meters, took the turn in 5th spot, was laboring and eventually finished on 4th of 7 runners. The winner here was Arrow Point, who won that race by a widening margin of 6 lengths. Number 6 is Klimt. Klimt's start we are looking at is from the 1000 Guineas, where it went over 1600 meters, took the turn in 7th spot, then weakened and eventually finished on last of 8 runners. The winner here was Success, who won that race by a length and a quarter. Klimt today ridden by Akshay Kumar. Number 7 is El Patron. El Patron, the run we are looking at is from race number 33, where it went over 1400 meters, was in 2nd spot as they entered the home straight. Then when asked for an effort, didn't have much in the tank, fell back and finished on 3rd of 7 runners. The winner here was Randolph. Moving on to the 4th race of the afternoon, the Rider Handicap for horses rated 61 to 86, rated 41 to 66, eligible to be run over a distance of 2000 meters. First up, we got number 1 Eastwood, who's the Derby winner from last year, and Eastwood went over 1400 meters in race number 14, where it took the turn in 4th spot, then was asked for an acceleration down the center. All it could do was finish on 3rd of 7 runners. The winner here was Secret Pearl, who won that race by a length and 3/4. Number 2 is Third Avenue. Third Avenue who had an outstanding winter season last time out. It started this season with a bang in race number 2 over 1600 meters, was in 4th position as they entered the home straight, then made gradual improvement, eventually challenged the leader and won that race from the fast finishing Basharat. Number 3 is Mandeville. After switching from Western India, Mandeville had a start in the monsoon season where it finished on second behind Wordsmith over 2000 meters. In his last start, Mandeville went over 2000 meters again in race number 21, was in third spot, then eventually got into a three-way finish and staved off the late challenge of Sonata and won that race by a neck. Today again ridden by Hindu Singh. Number 4 is Ghost. In race number 23, Ghost went over 1100 meters. Was in last spot as they entered the home straight, was towards the inside as you can see in the pink and black diamonds, and then did not make any further improvement. Finished on 8th of 8 runners. The winner here was Cape Tanaros, who won that by the closest margin by beating Onamate. We move on to the 5th race of the afternoon, the feature race of the day, the Bangalore Turf Club Cup, for horses rated 95 and above to be run over a distance of 1200 meters. First up, we're looking at a couple of runners. Number 1, Awesome One. Number 4, Mystic Bay. This was in race number 11, where Awesome One took the turn in 5th spot, made some late gains towards the inside and came out and finished in the money. Second, Mystic Bay, who was a runaway leader. At one time, Mystic Bay was really shaping like a winner, but Agnostic rallied through the inside and took charge into the last 100 meters, and it was all over. Mystic Bay could finish on 3rd. We are looking at 4 runners here. Number 2 is Anastasia. Anastasia in race number 5 was the winner. Travelled in 2nd spot throughout, then took charge, went on to win without much ado. Number 3 was Dundee Satyagraha, who was in last spot at the end of the home straight. Eventually made up a placing and finished on 7th. Number 7, which is the other runner we have in this race, that is Full Volume. Full Volume had an outstanding monsoon season where it won a couple of races here. Full Volume took the turn in 5th spot, made up a couple of placings and finished on 3rd. And lastly, we had number 9, Monfortino, where it took the turn in 8th spot, then made up a couple of placings and eventually finished on 6th. And today ridden by Sujit Kumar Paswan. Moving on to number 6, The Protector has had a couple of starts. First up, it finished on 4th in race number 11, where it finished on 4th behind Agnostic. And his last start in race number 17, where it went over 1600 meters, was in 7th spot as they entered the home straight. Eventually finished on 4th. That day was ridden by Srinath, today ridden by Imran Chisti. Moving on to number 8, Legendary Striker. Legendary Striker, who skipped the monsoon season, had an outstanding season last time out. Won 4 races in the season. This start we are looking at is in race number 118, where it went over 1100 meters, was in 2nd spot, then took charge into the last 150 meters and won that race, beating Exotic Queen by 3 parts of a length. We move on to the last race of the day, the Aristotle Handicap, for horses rated 41 to 66, rated 21 to 46 eligible. This is a no-whip race over 1200 meters. Couple of runners we are looking at first. Number 1 is Devyuska, who had a win in race number 40 in the monsoon season. It started off this season in race number 9, where it took the turn in 5th spot, then came up with a big run and eventually fell short by a neck. The other runner in this race was number 3, Star Justice. Star Justice was languishing in 7th spot as they entered the home straight, but absolutely started flying home and came into the place money, finished on 3rd of 11 runners. The winner here was Leonardo. Number 2 is Sheer Force. Sheer Force had 3 starts in the monsoon season. Its best start was in race number 12, where it finished on 4th behind Indian Tiger. In his last start in race number 56, it was in 2nd spot as they entered the home straight in a clustered finish, eventually finished on 5th of 7 runners. The winner here was Santana. Number 4 is Risina Star. Risina Star won a race in the monsoon season in race number 45 over 1100 meters. In the 1000 guineas, Risina Star went on a start to finish mission, but as they entered the home straight, it shot its bolt and eventually finished on 6th of 8 runners. The winner here was Success, today ridden by P. Trevor. We look at 3 runners here. Number 5 is East Side. East Side had 3 starts in the season already. First up, it finished on 10th in race number 9, finished on 6th in race number 18, and in his last start was a little slowly out of the gates, was in 11th spot, then eventually finished on 7th. Number 6 is Emberglue, has a couple of starts. First up, it finished on 4th in race number 18. In his last start, it finished on 6th. We are number 8, Timer's Choice, who had 3 starts so far. In his last start, was in 4th spot, then weakened and eventually finished on 8th of 11 runners. The winner here was Perfect Rendition. Lastly, we got number 9, Dubai Star. Dubai Star has had 3 starts so far in the season. First up, it finished on 6th in race number 4 behind Queenstown. Then in race number 9, it finished on 8th behind Leonardo. And his last start was a little slowly out of the gates. Took the turn in second last spot, made up a placing and eventually finished on 7th of 9 runners. The winner here was Properly Posh. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. See you at the races.